Hey guys, welcome to the Diamond District. The past only exists in memory, and the future only exists in your imagination. So only focus on the present moment, because this is the only space and time that you have real control over. It's the only thing you have control over. You have influence of the future, of course, all your present actions do, but sometimes I see that focusing so much on having a better future or being better in the future, this causes this internal turmoil. I don't know about you, but it causes a lot of that for me. Like these past 2 days, it's been a lot emotionally because I'm just thinking of everything that I want to be more and more, since I have a clearer understanding of how to get there than I ever have before. As far as diet, mentality, things that you need to do, things that need to be done. I have all these things in mind, and because I'm not smoking weed or I'm not doing anything that would cloud my mind or my imagination, it's crystal clear. I can see it so clearly. But it's gonna require time. Like some things can happen quickly, other things not so much. And the distance between who I am, what I am, and where I want to be and how I want to be, that distance is painful. So I'm realizing that, I'm really getting myself down, or I'm making myself sad because I'm comparing a future moment to the present moment. And comparison by nature is the thief of joy. And that's why working on the present, focusing on the present, focusing on each moment, focusing on the things that you need to get done is really the best way to live. Because one, if you're so focused on the future and how you want it to be, granted, you do have to make sure that your present actions are aligned with the kind of future that you want, for sure. But you don't want to focus so much on the future that you're not even realizing that you're neglecting the present. And you could end up neglecting the present by neglecting yourself, by being so stuck in thinking of the future that you didn't even realize that you're living in la la land, and you haven't taken any concrete steps towards making that future come to reality, because all you're thinking about is this great dream that you're going to be living out. And that's exactly what I did. I was so full of imagination and potential that anything that I kind of picked up, I would think to myself, like, I'm going to be one of the best at this. And I would think about the experience of being the best at something, the accolades that will come with it, the recognition, the love, the praise, and everything that comes with those things. And I'll be so engulfed into that experience in my imagination that the real work that needed to be done in the present moment would eventually get neglected. Because I was always someone that works. I love chilling, but I also really, really love to just do shit. Like, I love making beats. I haven't painted in a while, but if I had the tools, I would be doing that as well. There's a lot of things that I would be doing if I just kind of had it around me, but I would do it in such a way where it wouldn't feel like work. It would just feel like the flow of my day. And I know that I have like the needed work ethic, but I get so caught up in what hasn't happened yet. And I really want to emphasize that you don't want to rob yourself of the present moment, because honestly, you'll never really realize how beautiful a moment is until it's gone. And if you're so focused on what hasn't happened yet, you're not even able to really be present in the present moment. So if something important is happening or enjoyable, or a really beautiful moment that you're sharing with somebody and you're not present for it, you're robbing yourself, either through comparison or just simply just not being there, not being present minded. So in the process of the journey, you have to align your actions with the future that you want. But in order for your actions to consistently be on point, on target, you also have to be more present in this current moment than you have to be focused on the future, because it's the present that makes the future. You understand? It's not daydreaming, it's not imagining, it's not any of those things. It's the right decisions made consistently over time, over and over and over again, from the current present moment to the next present moment to the next present moment. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I constantly make the right decisions. Like, to be honest, I ended up breaking my diet today. 2 days in, kind of embarrassed about it just because I wanted some candy. Or no, it wasn't because I wanted candy, it was because I wanted something. I just wanted to feel something nice, I guess. You know, when you kind of cut out all the vices, you naturally will turn to what can make you feel good. And this is the first time in my life where I'm looking at food like a vice. Certain kinds of foods like a vice. Like, I need good tasting food, and that actually shouldn't be your relationship with food. Food, you need to look at it like something to sustain you. You need to look at it like something you can control, as opposed to something that you have no control over. Like, eating right, having a proper diet for the kind of body you want, all those things are so essential for you to function at a high level. And now that I'm really entering that phase in my life where a diet is super important to me, not just for the sake of like my body, but for the sake of everything, energy, thinking, everything is interconnected. And today I think I was just really thinking about the fact that my body is not where I want it to be. And I have no idea how long this diet is gonna take. And I didn't wanna completely crash it with pizza and stuff, so I just got candy, but I got a bunch of candy. This information is not really relevant, but this is how you kind of end up slipping up. So this is a small slip up, but I'm meta thinking as to why, because it could have been a much bigger one. It could have been a much bigger one. It could have been a serious one. But that's really the slip up that I had. But it all comes from these different thoughts of just really wanting to be something that I'm not in the present moment, but I can be in the future. And because I'm so caught up in the future, my present moment, I'm just suffering. I'm not able to just be here. But nevertheless, it's a part of the journey. And I know that my life will be so much better if I just consistently apply the things that I knew. Not on a day-to-day basis, on a moment-to-moment basis. And that's really tough, because I think as a human being, you want to be able to relax. You want to be able to like chill and have fun and do all this extra shit that just makes you feel good, instead of being in a state of like restriction and control. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like I have to stop saying I feel like. At the end of the day, when I look at my life experience, I have experienced every form of failure when it comes to trying to be more than what you are, more than your environment. I've experienced every form of failure. And the only thing that would truly, truly make me a failure is if I never learn from any of these things. But that's why, if there's one thing I've always appreciated about myself, is that I refuse to quit, big or small. I'll always just keep going forward. And that's really the attitude that you gotta have despite whatever type of experience you have or had or whatever the case may be. Because the past is just a memory and the future lives in your imagination. So the only thing you really have is the present moment. But that's all I really wanted to talk about. Super late. I have work again tomorrow. As you can see, bags under my eyes. I'm tired as fuck. My stomach is hurting, all this other extra shit. But nevertheless, I uploaded my beat. I'm recording this video, so it's another thing to check off. I had so many reasons to just go to sleep. So many reasons to just call it a night. So many reasons to be like, well, ain't nobody's probably gonna watch this. But then again, maybe somebody will. And when that person watches this, they'll understand that when you're just going along that journey, when you're grinding, and you make that promise to yourself that no matter what happens, this is what I'm gonna do. Let this be a lesson or let it serve. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to be more on point about, for sure. But I haven't broken this promise thus far. And it's gonna be the foundation of a lot of other things, I know it. But that's it, I've rambled far too long. Sending y'all much love.